Hello, everyone. I will be taking you through a next-gen agentic stack, which is built on Gemini 2.0 Flash LLM. The agents are powered with this LLM, and I've built this agent on Cursor IDE. So let me begin. This is the main agent loop, which is running the other multiple agents, the perception agent and the decision agent. This is orchestrating the entire execution flow from the initial query to the memory search and running further perception agent, making decisions, executing steps, and evaluating the results. It is the central control unit. It is also responsible for the iterative planning and execution steps, and this is also handling the session management, the entire memory logs, and so that the planning is dynamic in nature. The history steps are fed to the agents at all steps. Then next is our perception agent, which is handling the initial query. It is powered by this perception prompt, where in the beginning only we are injecting to the system that this is a part of a multi-agent reasoning system. Its output will be handled by the downstream tasks like triaging, planning, executing, so that it knows that whatever it outputs will be used by the other agents. This is responsible for identifying the key entities from the input query, and it has to provide a very structured output because the other agents are using its output. And it also decides that at each step that whether we are moving closer to the goal, or the original query is fully answered, or further steps are required. Then next in pipeline we have a decision agent, which is the planner agent. It runs in two modes. One is the initial planning phase, where it is also powered by this prompt. The initial planner phase, that it creates a first plan, uh, which sees the input query and just decides what all the steps it needs to take. Then a mid session phase also is there, where some steps have already been executed, but based on their output it has to decide what are the next steps that it can take. Now here, apart from the general steps, we have added a final step, that even after the summary has been pushed by the LLM, we need to drill into the primary source, the primary query, and check whether there is some still there is some data missing still. And if there is a gap found, again the revisioning of the plan is done, so that the finally the user query should be answered completely. It prevents any premature termination of the loop. And here also the output is pretty much structured. And even if the LLM fails, or the output is malformed, some concrete step, some coherent step can still be taken. And here in the mid session decision phase, we have added the entire history is also passed to the decision agent, so that the dynamic adjustment can take place, and any failures can be handled in a more robust way. So let me quickly take you through the actual execution phase. We can see how a state of the art agent actually works at hand. Let me fire up a new prompt. Let us see what the agent brings to us. So iteratively, the decision, the planning agents, the perception agents are being called to extract the news from Indian Finance Ministry, and we see that yes, here is the solution summary. We have got the news from Indian Finance Ministry. So that's how an autonomous agent really works at hand. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your time.